welcome to day 8 of our mindfulness and movement challenge. Hopefully you're feeling the benefits or your mindfulness practice is getting a little bit easier for you. So we're going to just sit up nice and tall, finding your sits bones. You want to just sort of rock back and forth and just feel the bones. And we just want to take a nice inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth, relaxing your shoulders and just starting to quiet your mind. So we're going to continue with our inhale. We're going to quietly say here in our mind, and then exhale, we're going to think about and saying now, nice and quietly. Placing the tongue on the roof of your mouth, and you just want to close your eyes, focus in the center of your eyes, and inhale, think and say to yourself here, and then exhale, relaxing your chest, your neck, your throat. Going to say now. And we're going to meditate or mindfulness training for 2 minutes. Just breathing in here and exhaling now. And we'll just sit quietly together and collectively meditate. Remember, when thoughts come in, that's okay. Just acknowledge them and then go back to focusing on here and now. And we'll begin. Inhale here. Exhale now. Now on your next inhale, you're going to just breathe in through the nose. Start to take your awareness back to your body, feeling your sits bones, your legs, your hips, your trunk, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your neck, all the way up to the crown of your head. Inhale, take a nice deep breath. Exhale, we're going to slowly open our eyes. And today we're going to just start lying on our right side. And we're going to think of keeping both arms out a little lower. Your arms and your hands should be lower than your shoulders. and then your knees will be stacked one over the other. This is a really nice, gentle stretch. If you want, you can get a pillow and put it under your head. It'll be a little bit more comfortable when you're on your side. So on your inhale, I want you to open your arm and then open your chest and let your head turn all the way to the left, and then exhale to come back. So inhale, think about your chest and then your ribs opening all the way up and turning all the way to the left. Inhale, open, turning chest and rib cage. Exhale, bringing it back, stacking shoulders one over the other. And inhale, so feel like you're reaching your arm out away from you, but more importantly, you're moving the chest and then moving the ribs. And you just start to feel your waist or your obliques sort of stretching. You should probably also feel the front of your shoulder stretching. And you're trying to each time just reach and twist a little bit further. And then we inhale, nice deep breath to open. And then exhale to come back. And then one more inhale, open, and exhale it back. Good, you're just gonna come up onto your forearm, and then we're gonna just keep our knees bent and our hand in front, and we're just gonna start to lift this top leg up. So we inhale, we lift it up and down. So you're just gonna think of working the outside of your thigh, or just think of your outer thigh here. Your knees sort of relaxed, and you're just moving at the thigh bone, and the shin and the foot comes along with it. Inhale and exhale, and two more. Inhale up, exhale down, and one more. And you're really trying to keep your waist still while we do this work. So you're gonna straighten your leg out, you're gonna lift and lower your leg, and just think of both sides of your waist to be sort of knitted together. So we don't want one down here and one up here. You just want to think of them to be nice and straight. Inhale, reach your leg out of the hip socket. Make it feel like it's getting longer. And then exhale, you'll tap it down. Inhale to lengthen, and then tap it down, and then one more. Now we're going to stay here. You're going to just turn your thigh bone in. So make sure it's not just your foot, but it's your thigh. And then we're going to lift. We're going to lift and lower the leg, and you can just think about your foot being super relaxed, like it's just hanging out there and it's not really doing much. You just start to feel your back of your hip and your outer thigh and your glute med. Inhale and exhale, and then one more inhale and exhale. Good, and you're just going to bring both legs together. We're going to slide this arm down, and then so we're going to lift both legs up and then down, and we're just trying to again work the obliques. Exhale to lift and then lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Think of lengthening your legs away from you and trying to get a little higher each time. If you press your inner thighs together, that really makes this easier. And then one more. Good, and come on down. We're gonna sit up, and then we're gonna come around to the other side. So you're gonna lie down on your left side. We're gonna lie down, we're gonna bring our arms out in front, palms facing down, and then on my inhale, I'll reach my arm up, opening really my chest and then my ribs. And then exhale, I come back to start. Inhale, opening the chest and the ribs, and then exhale it back. You want to have a little energy in your inner thighs, because when we open, we're trying not to let our hip open, just our rib cage. So I'm a bit tighter on this side. Make sure you're not just moving your arm, but you're really trying to open your chest and your rib. And again, you'll feel a stretch across the front of the shoulder and your waist. And as you open, inhaling, press your inner thighs and your big toes together. And then one more here, inhale, open. And then exhale to come back. We're gonna come up onto our forearm, and then we'll keep our top hand right on the floor for support, and then just start to lift this right leg up and down. So again, we're trying to keep our ribs nice and even. We're stretching out of the crown of the head, and you're also trying to stretch out of your thigh. But you're just definitely trying to lift with your thigh. Your shin and your foot come along for the ride.
You start to feel your outer thigh. Inhale up, and then exhale it down. And 3 more here, and 2, and 1. Now you're gonna straighten your leg all the way out. Think of, again, your waist being nice and long, and we're gonna lift and lower. And just think of, as you're lifting, you're trying to send your thigh out of your hip socket, and it's like your leg is trying to grow longer. Inhaling and exhaling, gently pushing down into that left arm, staying nice and long, and 1 more. Now, we're gonna just let the right foot relax down. We'll hinge the foot forward just a little bit, but try to keep the hips stacked. And then we're gonna lift the leg up, and then tap it down. And we lift up and down, up and down, up and down. And we just start to feel our glute med especially. It's a very underworked muscle, especially as we get older. It's really important for hip health to have that muscle strong. 3 more, and 2, and 1. Good, you'll bring both knees down. Good, so now we're going to straighten out our bottom arm, straighten out our legs, and then we're gonna lift both legs up. Let's flex our feet. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and we're just gonna try to work the waist. So it's inhale, I lift up, exhale, I lower down. Each time you're just trying to stretch your legs out of the hip sockets and get your legs a little bit higher to feel right here at your waist. Lifting up and down, up and down. Get them nice and long. Press your inner thighs together, and then 1 more. Good, you lower down, and then we're gonna come up to sitting. So when we sit, we'll keep our feet planted on the floor. We'll lift our elbows, and then as you roll back, you want to keep your feet down. If they lift, you've gone too far. Just think of looking at your navel as you roll back, and you're pulling from your lower back, trying to get into a C curl, and then rounding forward. Inhale. So scoop your belly, start to roll back, and then up. And again, each time you should feel like it's easier to roll through your spine. And then you should start to really feel your low belly muscles especially. Yes, inhale, roll back and up. Now this time we're gonna roll back. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna reach our arms out, and we'll reach them up and down. So 5 more, and 4. Keep the belly pulling in. Keep the shoulders pressing down the back. 2, and 1. Good, you put your hands behind you, you scoop to roll up. This time you scoop, you're rolling back, and we're gonna take both arms to the outside of our right leg, interlace the hands, squeeze the palms together, and we're gonna twist to the right, and exhale to the right, and exhale. Yes, it's almost like a backhand and a racket sport. And 3 more, feeling your waist muscles, and 2, and 1. So again, when I go twisting, I'm not throwing my back straight. I keep it nice and rounded, and then I'll round up. So we're gonna roll back, look at your navel, interlace your hands again, going over to the left, and then we're gonna twist left and left. So notice my hips, my feet, my legs both stay parallel in the center, and then I'm exhaling to twist, just feeling my waist muscles. And 3, like a backhand, and 2, and 1. I'll come to the center, and then I'll round all the way up. Now we're gonna look at our navel, start to roll back down. Bring your legs up to tabletop, take your arms out, and we're gonna pulse for hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. So in your hundreds, you're thinking about your chest lifting up so that you feel your abdomen. You're pulsing your arms. When you pulse your arms, trying to reach them forward and feel your underarm muscles, but especially we're feeling our abdomen. This is also just great training for deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling through the mouth, and we do this 10 breaths, 10 times, and that's our hundreds. This is excellent to get your lungs really working at full capacity. Inhale, exhale, and 1 more inhale and exhale. Great, hug your knees into your chest, and then you're gonna rock from side to side. So here, we're gonna just think of both legs coming up to the ceiling, our toes apart, our heels connected. And then we're gonna reach our hands behind our heads. On your exhale, you're just gonna lift your head and shoulders up, and then we'll lower the legs down a little, and then up. As you bring them up, you're gonna think about your heels pressing together, and the back and the belly staying really sort of zipped in. So when I go down, I shouldn't arch my back. I want to stay lifted up. And 2 more, inhale, and exhale, and then 1 more, and exhale. Good, you'll come down, you'll hug your knees, stretch your left leg to the mat, bring your right leg up, curl your head, neck, and chest, and here you're gonna look at your navel. Try not to rock your shoulders side to side. Inhale, you take a breath, you kick the right leg in for 2, and then switch and left leg, and switch, kick, 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 good. When you kick, it's just a nice exhale through the mouth, and an exhale, and an exhale. Just pulling the belly in and up, and just enjoying the abdominal work. And 1 more. Good, and then hugging your knees to your chest. Bring both legs up, you'll curl your head, neck, and chest, placing both hands on the right knee, bringing it in, and then switch. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And this is all for our abdominal series in Pilates, really challenging. 2 more, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Good, and then bring the knees down. Let's have you bring your legs to the ceiling. Arms will be pressing down, and we'll cross our right ankle over our left. If you're tight in your hamstrings, you can bend your knees for this one, or you can even put a pillow onto your low back. So I'll show you first with the knees bent. You're bringing the knees in. You're gonna push into your hands, and you're gonna lift up, and then roll down. So it's in a little, I lift up, and then I'm rolling down. Just really opening up my back and working my abdomen. If you're a little bit more flexible, you bring your legs in, and then you go up and over, and then rolling down with control. Inhale here, exhale, up and over. Now we're looking when we roll down is we want to emphasize the chest first, the ribs, then the middle spine, and then the lower spine, articulation. We'll crisscross the other way. We lengthen the legs away. We'll bring them in and over, and then we exhale to roll it down nice and slowly, and then bring it in and up and over. Exhale, rolling down. Last 2, inhale up, and exhale it down. And then 1 more, inhale up, and exhale down. Great, uncross the legs. Now we're going to take both legs to the right, circle them down and around, and then come to the center, and then the left, and down and around. You're trying to keep your abdomen and your torso just pressing down into the floor. You're pulling your inner thighs together here, and you're trying to keep lots of control through the trunk, and that's really where you're working, through the trunk. 1 more, we circle to the left. Good, and then hug your knees into your chest. Tuck your chin as you rock yourself up to sitting. You're gonna scooch our hips back. You'll bring your legs just really the width of your mat, not any wider than that. And again, if you're tight in your hamstrings, you can sit on a pillow. We're gonna do our saw. In Pilates, we'll bring our arms out with our palms facing in. Now you're gonna twist to your left. You're gonna take your pinky finger on your right hand and stretch it to the left toe pinky. Look towards your knee and then stretch the left arm back behind you with your palm facing in. And we'll take 3 breaths here. We inhale, we stretch forward. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, we stretch out of both fingertips, and then 1 more. Now when you sit up here, you still face sideways, Then you'll rotate back, and then we'll twist to the right, and you start to fold forward. You bring your right hand back, look at your knee, and stretch through the pinky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good, and then you'll come all the way up into the center. So we'll take this to more of a fluid movement. It will be inhale to twist, exhale to fold forward, inhale to sit up, and then exhale back. And then we twist to the right. You'll fold forward, then you'll sit up to the, still looking to the side, and back to center. Inhale, twist, left. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sit up, twisted, and then exhale back to center. Inhale, twist right, and fold forward, and up, and back to center. And twist left, and fold forward, and up, and back to center. And one more twist left, and fold forward, and up, and back to center. Walk your feet together, and then you're just gonna think of your arms staying straight out with your palms facing up. Inhale, we'll sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna twist to the left. 1, 2, 3. Inhale to the center, grow taller in the middle, and then exhale, twist, 2, 3. Now as you twist, stay here, just check your feet and your legs. They shouldn't be uneven, so you wanna really twist from up here and not in your hips. You come to the center, grow taller, and then exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, grow taller, exhale, twist, twist. Inhale to the center, and exhale, twist, twist, twist. One more, inhale up, exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, taller, exhale, twist, twist, twist. Reach both arms up, inhale, and then exhale, you're going to fold forward. As you fold forward, just think of trying to reach down towards your knees with your forehead. Deep breaths. When you breathe in, you fill your lungs up in the back, and then exhale, you'll scoop your belly in for a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale, and one more inhale and exhale. Great, now we're gonna come down onto our stomachs. And you're going to pull or place your elbows underneath your shoulders, and you're just gonna have your palms facing in with your pinkies pressing down. Lifting your chin and your chest, and you're just trying to work your upper back muscles and not slouch down. Pull the knees together. I'm gonna kick the right foot in for 2, and then the left foot. As you're kicking, you're trying to keep your chest pushing away from the floor and not letting it collapse. Kick, kick, and kick, kick. You want to notice too, what are your hips doing as you're kicking? They're wobbling all over. You want to try to keep them a little bit more steady. So kick, kick. If your knee hurts here, you'll just do 1 kick, 1 kick. This is a great exercise too to work out your kneecap tracking. So if your knees are tight and your kneecap looks like it's not centered right over your knee, this is a great exercise to fix that issue and make your knees feel better. I have typically a tight right knee, and this exercise always helps to loosen it up, and it's also strengthening our hamstrings. Now we're going to come all the way down. Walk your feet and legs apart. We're going to walk our hands wide and just go into a little bit of our swan stretch. We lift the chin, we roll the shoulders open, and then we lift our chest. Stretch your legs out away from your hips, and then you'll bend down. So if you're super flexible, start with your legs lifted, and you lift up, inhale, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down. So we go up, we stretch our legs out, and then down, and then one more up. Now hold here, and you're gonna just take your arms up by your ears, and then stop here. So as your arms go up, you wanna lift your thighs. So feel like you're lifting your thighs as you lift your hands. Lift your thighs, lift your hands. One more. Good, and then you'll separate your knees, and you'll sit all the way back in child's pose. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. And one more breath, inhale and exhale. And we're going to come up here and you're just going to think of walking both hands to the right of your mat and then your both knees to the left of your mat, and then you're going to sink all the way back. Your hips are sinking back towards your heels, looking at your mat, taking a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Now swing your hips to the left and then look towards your right hip. I'm just trying to get a side stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Good, you'll come back into center. Your left hand goes to the edge of your mat, your right hand goes on top of it. Both knees walk to the right of the mat, and then you're going to sit back on your heels, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Great, now swing your hips to the right, look towards your left hip, and try to just stretch out your side. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Work your feet and knees back to center, hands back to center of the mat. Inhale, take a nice deep breath. Exhale, and one more inhale. And exhale. Good, you'll scoop to come all the way up. And we are done today. So we did another day of mindfulness training, and we are done for our day 8 of mindfulness training and movement. Thank you for joining me, and please subscribe to my channel if you liked this video, and I will see you tomorrow.